Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Hello. It's different, but it's good. So let's get into this. I thought for my first video on this channel, besides an intro, is going to be the Disney tag. Me and Mel did this a long time ago, and we did it, and we had like 5 answers to every question because we love Disney so much and it's so hard and so difficult to choose one. And so today I did that difficult choice. After all the questions, I had to choose one. So I chose one, but there's actually maybe 3 or 4 that I did a couple because I couldn't decide. But I forced myself to choose one on most of them. So, and then you guys get to know me a little bit more. If you don't know me from the Disney duo, then you know me here. I'm Nash, by the way. Hello. Okay, question number 1. What's your favorite and least favorite animal? Disney animal. My favorite animal, if you consider this an animal, I'm going to. It's an insect. I'm going to say it's Flick from Bug's Life. And my least favorite would be Flounder from The Little Mermaid. I love Bug's Life. You can tell I have a lot of like repeating things because I have like a favorite and a least favorite. That's very obvious. But I mean, hey, that's the truth and it's gotta be that way. So number 2 is, what's your favorite all-time character? And that's easy. It's Sully from Monsters, Inc. Sully is my favorite. I love him so much. He is my favorite. I love Sully. And my least favorite, if you didn't know, is Ariel from Little Mermaid. Number 3 is, what's your favorite what's your favorite classic character? And your least favorite. So my favorite would be, I wrote these down because I had to think. My favorite would be O'Malley from the Aristocats. He's just like suave and I love his voice, and he loves his Duchess and the kids, and he's just a good old gentleman. My least favorite would be Bambi, because I don't really have a connection with that movie. So number 4 is, who is your favorite hero and least favorite hero? My favorite would be Pacha from Emperor's New Groove. He's kind and he's understanding and he's stern and he gets it done, and he's a good hero. My least favorite would be Prince Eric from The Little Mermaid. I don't you'll see through this. I'm just gonna let it all out. You know this from the Disney duo, but I do not like The Little Mermaid. Mostly I just don't like Ariel in general. She's my least favorite character, and I feel like she has the most, I don't know, there's so many reasons why I do not like her, but I know she's like everyone's favorite. So if you love Ariel, I love that for you, but Ariel's not my love for me. Number 5, who is your favorite heroine and least favorite heroine? Heroine? No drugs. This was hard. I said Anna from Frozen would be my favorite hero. She's funny, and she likes chocolate, and she likes Kristoff, so it's a good hero. And she does a lot for her sister. My least favorite would be Ariel or Moana, if you consider them heroines, the girls. Definitely Ariel. Moana, I'm not sure because I answered Ariel a lot in this, so I thought Moana would be a little sneak in least fave. Number 6 is, who is your favorite couple and least favorite couple? And this was really hard. So I said my favorite couple would be Colette and Linguini from Ratatouille. I love him. He's so dorky, and then she's super stern, and they like complete each other in a way, and they work. My least favorite, obvious, Ariel and Eric. Sorry, they're my least favorite. Number 7 is, what is your favorite love song and your least favorite love song? My favorite love song, this is hard because I'm not really like a lovey person, the love I have is like friendship love, like a friend love, not like smoochy, kissy, lovey-dovey. It's more like, I love you, bro. That's like my type of love. So I said my favorite love song would be If I Didn't Have You by Monsters Inc. and Monsters Inc. Mike and Sully. It's a classic song. I love Sully. Okay. And my least favorite would be If I Never Knew You. Yeah, I just put that. I don't really think I have any least favorite songs. Number 8 is who is your favorite prince and least favorite prince? My favorite prince is Prince Kristoff. Technically, he gets married into it. If you're not going to include Kristoff as a prince, then maybe Flynn Rider would be my official prince, because you can see. And then my least favorite would be Prince Eric. Sorry, I had to. Number 9 is who is your favorite princess, and then least favorite princess. Least favorite, Ariel. Sorry. My favorite princess, if you can't include Elsa because she's technically a queen, then I would say Princess Tiana. So, number 10. Favorite quote. So this one I have 2, but I thought it would be okay because they're from the same movie. So, the movie is Ratatouille, and the 2 quotes I have are, the only thing predictable about life is its unpredictability. And I love that because it's true. The only thing you can predict is really nothing, because life is crazy and it takes you on journeys you have no, but it's also adventurous because you don't know, you know? That was girl me. Okay. The second one is, let your past inspire you, let it motivate you, but never let it hold you back. And I love this quote because it's true again with how you are or whatever, how people grow, they change. And so things in the past that you've done that you probably don't want to do anymore, you don't have to, don't feel guilty about it in a way. Let it inspire you. Be like, I don't want to do that anymore. I'm going to push myself to do something else. I used to do acrylic paintings, and now that's like kid stuff. Now I'm doing sculptures with clay. So, I don't know. That's a weird thing to say, but I think those 2 quotes are very true and true to me, and I love Ratatouille as well. Number 11 is, what is your favorite sequel/prequel and your least favorite? So my least favorite would be Toy Story 4. That movie, right when I was watching it, and Woody turned to Buzz, or Buzz to turn to Woody. I forgot. I never watched it. I've only watched it once. When Buzz turned to Woody, other way around, I put my popcorn down, and I knew at that moment, I'm like, no, I don't like where this is going. This is not for me. And yeah, I can understand the why they did that, and for Woody's character, but the way that they did it in the movie, Buzz totally was off his game, which didn't make sense. And they didn't put enough emphasis on Buzz in the movie with Woody, because that was the whole thing. Started with Woody, Buzz intruded, friends, separate, equal amounts of story. So I can understand, and I'm okay with, if you like Toy Story 4, good. But I don't. I thought it was perfect ending at Toy Story 3. Perfect 1, 2, 3, done. No more. But it's okay. My favorite would be Monsters University. If they do a Monsters Inc. 2, I don't want to do that. I don't think that's good. Unless they do it in a way where it's only Boo. Like Boo's story. I can see how that could be working. But I like Monsters University because it showed how they got to the point where you grew up with the movie Monsters Inc. So it's they went to college. And it was a good story and I just love Sully. So I'm sorry. And I love his dancing. Okay, number 12 is your favorite sidekick and least favorite sidekick. My favorite sidekick, I'm sorry I had to do 2 because they're in the same movie. You see what I did? Olaf and Sven would be my favorite. I love Olaf, and I'm sorry, but people who don't like Frozen, I'm sorry, I'm a Frozen girl. I love Frozen. And I love Olaf. And I think he's funny. And I'm not annoyed by him. And I like when he says he has no skull or bones. It's true. And when he's in Frozen 2 and he has his little setup and his little comb over, super cute. My least favorite would be Flounder. I don't have anything against him, but he's with Ariel, so I feel kind of bad for him, I guess. I'm sorry. Number 13. My least favorite soundtrack and my favorite. So I would say my favorite, which is really hard. Put 3. I'm sorry. I couldn't decide. So I put Monsters, Inc., Frozen, the first one. But I do like a couple. I like Frozen 2 too, but Frozen. And Princess and the Frog. Now, if I had to choose one of those, it's so hard. Because Monsters, Inc., I love Monsters, Inc., but every single song, since it's more like singing wise, I would say Princess and the Frog would be the best soundtrack of all time. Gotta say it. I'm sorry. Ugh. Okay, and my least favorite would be Moana. I'm sorry. Again, I keep saying sorry, but I have to rewatch Moana again because when I watched it for the first time, it was right after the dentist, and I hate the dentist. It's like my fear, the dentist. And they like put they had me take Valium because I'm that type of person at the dentist. I've had since I was a kid, like it's trauma. The Valium was supposed to calm me down, but it made me so emotional and I was like crying and I was angry. Came home, cried, and watched Moana, and it was good, but I don't think that I fully put my real self in it, so maybe Moana would be my least favorite but I do like You're Welcome song. I do like that song a lot too. Number 14, who is your favorite villain and least favorite villain? Now this is hard because I'm saying hard on every one of these. There is no villain that I do not like. I'm sorry, but villains are the best, and I'm a villain person. If you have a princess villain, I'm the villain side of it. My favorite villain would be Dr. Facilier from Monsters, Inc., from Princess and the Frog. He's cool. I like his voice. He has the best song. Best villain song, I would say, Friends on the Other Side. And he's like swag. I don't know. And also Henry Waternoose. I gotta give a shout out to him because no one brings him up for villains, and he would get a lot of attention if you brought him. This year they brought Sid to the Oogie Boogie thing at Disney, and that's really cool. So it's like different. So they should do a Henry Waternoose villain. Why don't they have him? That would be really scary to see. A humongous monster spider crab thing. Yeah. Number 15. Favorite song. Oh, okay. My favorite song would be Friends on the Other Side by Dr. Facilier. That would be my favorite song. That's the number one song I'll probably listen to in general for all Disney and Pixar related. Number 16. A scene where you cry every time, or like a movie you cry every time, and that would be Toy Story 3 for me. Right when Andy gives away Buzz and Woody and all the toys, and you see him play with them for the very last time, and then he says goodbye, and he has a hard time giving up Woody. You know, I'm in the generation where Toy Story came out, the first animated film, I watched that, then Toy Story 2, and now Toy Story 3 came out around the time where I was out of high school and going into college. And so we grew up with that, and so we were technically in the same spot as Andy giving away his toys. And so I felt it. Number 17 is, what is your favorite movie of all time out of everything and your least favorite? Least favorite, Little Mermaid. Just throw it in there. Favorite of all time, Monsters, Inc. Monsters, Inc. is my favorite all-time movie. Number 1. There's close seconds, like a group of seconds, but number 1 is Monsters, Inc. Number 18 is, what is the saddest death in Disney Pixar movies? And I said Bing Bong from Inside Out. When he fades away, he like first he's like, you know, bing bong, bing bong, bing bong. But then he puts Riley, is that the kid's name? Who puts Riley first, and he takes himself away to help Riley. Number 19 is, what's a song you always sing? Put that thing back where it came from, or So Help Me. So help me. I can't deny. Sully. Boom, 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 boom. Number 20 is, what is the most underrated movie? And this is hard because now it's kind of getting a little bit more attention, but I would say Emperor's New Groove because, I don't know, and just Pacha, and it's just good. It's so funny. Number 21. Something or a scene or a movie or anything. I don't know how to put this into words. Something you want to experience. I said going through the doors in Monsters Inc. and then like Slash being chased by Henry Waternoose, that scene. It's so tense and you're like, this is what I do when it's a tense scene. I go like this. But it's so tense and he's running and he's crawling up the walls like this. And then going through all the doors. Number 22 is how many times have you been to Disney and how old were you? So I've been to Disney one time and it was in 6th grade. So that's a long time ago. And I went to Disney World. I've never been to Disneyland. I've only been to Disney World. And so I only remember certain things. Last question is, if you had to choose top favorite movies out of everything, but excluding Pixar Star Wars and Marvel, out of Disney and Pixar, top 5. Ready for this? 5 is Princess and the Frog. Okay? Number 4, Ratatouille. Okay? Number 3, Frozen. Okay? The first one. The first Frozen. Number 2, Bug's Life. And number 1, Monsters Inc. is my favorite movie. So those 5. Oh, it was so hard because there's a lot. That's everything. Those are all the questions. So anyway, it's all love, and I love Disney and Pixar, if you couldn't tell. How about I choose one and you guys answer down below because I want to know which question should it be. You know what? I'm just going to end it with the last question. Your top 5, if you had to, like, life and death thing to your head, if you had to decide to watch 5 Disney/Pixar films for the rest of your life, you couldn't do anything else, watch anything else, consume anything else, which 5 of those would they be? Put it down below. I want to read them all. Yeah, so thanks again for watching, guys. I have no idea how to end videos still. I'm not great. That's about it. Not great.